gosh, there's some genes of the left. It's very natural to resonate towards politics of victims when you have genetic makeups like that. Imagine this poor woman being in a relationship with a man that is so scared of life. So poison Dior, Chanel, look at me, I got me Chanel on. Hola.
Buen día. Bien, adelante, señor. Buen viaje.
Gracias. 2 checks, that's unusual. Feels like overkill a little bit. But of course it's all part of the programming, getting us used to it. Checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint. Have you had your jab? What's your carbon footprint like? Gracias. How much red meat have you eaten this week? You know, all this sort of thing. Going to scan your CBDC card and it's saying, no, your climate footprint is too high, your carbon footprint, you can't drive today, you can't buy petrol today. Oh no, sorry, you can't charge your electric fucking vehicle today, but we control and can switch off at any minute. It's all coming. What I'm learning is, if I was to do this again, I'd probably try and get, you know, like, not the, well, maybe one in front of me, but particularly the next one, the pink and purple one. You know, one backpack that can be taken onto a plane, because they're included in all the flights. Whereas at every single flight, I'm having to spend 60 quid to take my big backpack in the cargo. I don't know if it's worth it. I think I'd rather just have 2 t-shirts, 2 pants and wash them in the sink every day and accept that I smell. Because I smell anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it would massively, if you're going to get a lot of flights, massively reduce the cost if you didn't have a backpack that needs to go in the haulage. So yeah, it's something I've learned, but obviously I've learned too late. But maybe it's not too late for you if you're considering doing something similar. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a fucking nightmare. But then what else do you do? Stay in the UK and, you know, live in that tyranny? It's just, there are no options anymore. That's the problem. Not for us whites anyway, because our homelands are decimated now. We're the only culture who it's okay to invade your homelands. And yeah, just we all have to accept that by 2050 we won't have a homeland, it will be Muslim. But it's racist if you have a problem with that. Hola! The back 10 rows are all empty, so it'd be nice to move back there. I'm on 19. Then again, it's only an hour or 2 flight. Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna get a window seat and I can show you the takeoff and all that exciting stuff.
Recordamos que de acuerdo con las regulaciones.
So the air hostesses have just walked past and not said anything, so I think we're good. Going back to the baggage thing, it would actually be cheaper to buy a couple of t-shirts in every place you went. It depends how often you're moving. I've ended up moving more than I expected, so it's spending 60 quid to carry some t-shirts around with me every time. Might as well just buy a few when you're there and chuck them. Although that would be very bad for climate change, which I know we're all very concerned about because it's so real. There we go. I just can't believe how shit Buenos Aires was. But like I say, if you went to London it'd be the same. Well, for me it would anyway. And if it wasn't for the cash machine thing, I'd have definitely given Argentina much more of a chance, but I can't fucking live with taking out 20 quid at a time and paying 8 quid for the pleasure. What a fucking joke. Sort it out, Argentina, if you want any bloody tourism. Sustainability, a necessary destination. They might as well just put, we need to control you on there. Because by that they don't mean sustaining your homeland, or sustaining your nation, or sustaining your culture, or sustaining your way and quality of life. No, that all needs to go out of the window for this sustainability, which is basically New World Order. So I just come and give us some coffee, obviously, and some sugary crap. When you haven't eaten a sugary crap for a while, it tastes fucking awful. Nah, not doing it. Half of it left. You can go in I did eat the crisps, obviously. But yeah, that can go in a bin, man. I'm just not eating shit like that anymore. So this is the first major city I've seen. Lots of buildings for the first time is what I mean. So I'm guessing that is Santiago. But I don't know. Wow, I don't think you can really see, but just above the wing are the most incredible mountains. They are colossal. Okay, we should be coming into a shot now under the wing. I don't know how much the camera's going to do it justice, but it's like they don't look real. Like, they're just breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. Look at that. That is amazing. I think he just announced that we need to put our seatbelts on while we fly over the Andes. I'm sure that's what he said. Wow. Okay, now I'm pretty sure you can see it. I just don't even really have words. Whoa, there's a big lake in the middle as well. Oh my goodness. That is just stunning. So I remember watching a video, I think it might have been Nomad Capitalist, and it was headed something like the best place to live in nuclear war, and he said Chile for many reasons. I think they're pretty much neutral army wise and stuff like that, but basically he said it's the Andes, like the Andes would protect them from a lot of nuclear fallout. And you can see why now. Bloody hell, incredible. There's actually a little town by this lake. Wow. But of course we don't even know if nuclear weapons really exist. Is it all just a big fear porn thing? You know, in the 60s it was like the climate change, wasn't it? Like telling everyone we were going to get nuked at any minute. Like, through every generation there's been some impending disaster that is, in my opinion, designed to just keep everyone in perpetual fear and allow them to be controlled. So, you know, is nukes part of that? I don't know, I really don't know. It'd be interesting to hear. Yeah, fuck off. It'd be interesting to hear what you guys think in the comments. I really don't know on that one. But yeah, if they are real, then apparently the other side of these mountains is a good place to live. So as much as I'm enjoying this view, they've just made an announcement about some paperwork or some bullshit you need to fill in when you get there. It just stresses me out. I don't even know what we're talking about. But anyway, when I googled it, it did say, well not Google, ChatGPT'd it, that you can just enter Chile without a visa for 90 days, I think it was. But yeah, I'm just so devastated at what is happening to my country and the fact that I can't just live there. I have to live like this. And I know a lot of you will be looking like, oh wow, it's like so glamorous and you're travelling the world, but I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to find somewhere I can have a normal life, and I really wish it was England. So I've just come a bit further back to try and give you a perspective on how vast these Andes or Alps, Andes I think they said, are. And it's all I can see right now. Just for as far as the eye can see is big, massive, snowy mountains. So glad I moved to this window. This is about 10 minutes later, by the way. It's still going on maybe 8 minutes later. So glad I moved to this window seat. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite so stunning from a plane window before. Right, so we're leaving the snow-top mountains, I think. So what's that? Is that cloud? Can't work out if it's water or cloud. I think it's cloud. It's just incredible. Yes, I can confirm it is cloud.
We will be landing shortly.
Right, yeah, they're announcing landing now, so I'm going to have to move. They've told me I've got to go and sit back with the plebs. So this might be the last Andes shot that you get. But yeah, look at the, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can, like, here, it's like thick carpet of cloud that just goes on for miles. It's, again, as far as I can see, right to the horizon. That great big flat site you can see to the end, it's just flat all the way and seems to have no curvature, which is very odd, seeing as we live on a spinning ball and people are upside down and all sorts. I know it makes no sense to any of your intuition or senses, but we all just believe it because it got drummed into us as a child. And I think that's one of the key reasons why nobody has any common sense or any intuition, because when they tell you something and make it so dogmatically real that goes against every single one of your senses, you learn to dismiss all your senses. Wow, that's a great shot of the blanket. The cloud blanket. Oh, she's just walked past without telling me to move. Maybe I'm going to be able to stay out here. Nothing but cloud. So thick. So bizarre that we're about to land, yet we're still over mountains in cloud. It's like, how are you going to land there? Okay, now. But yeah, the wing brakes have just got lowered, so we definitely are about to land. I hope it's a bro, otherwise we're food. Okay, we are now over land, so it's starting to make a bit more sense. Excellent. Not about to get dumped on the top of a mountain. Bloody hell, solar panel farmers. This is probably fucking a lefty retarded place too. Oh, we're gonna get a clap. I do hope so. I do like a clap. I might give it a little cheer. Woo! Yeehaw! You boring fuckers. Oh, no, it is a thing. It is a thing. It's still a thing in South America. I love it. The things about childhood memories for me. Like, I remember every plane I got on as a child. That was quite a big thing. Yeah, like standard holiday family destinations like Menorca and places like that. Yeah, it was a real thing, and then it just seemed to go away. But in South America, it's still living strong, which I'm very happy to say. Welcome to Santiago Airport, Chile. It's our favourite bit, the pleb charge. Yeah, I'll just sit here and chill for 5 minutes. That woman there, like, literally at an angle trying to get her bags out. She can't even stand in the aisleway. Like, just wait for a few people to clear, stand in the aisleway and get it out easily. This bull trap, his bag is obviously at the back because everything was full, and he's decided to fight through the crowd to get his bag now, rather than just wait for him to leave. It's just insane. All just my humble opinion, of course, and I'm just coming at it from a psychology point of view. I find it fascinating, and to be honest, I used to be one of them. In fact, I used to be the worst one. That's why I can see it so clearly now. And, you know, if I hadn't have drank a load of ayahuasca and done a shitload of, you know, dedicated my life to self-work for 10 years, I'd still be doing it. So I totally get it. I'm not criticising it, but I just think it's good to speak into things, particularly from a perspective that I have, because I think it's a perspective that is lacking in this world and is greatly needed. Now, of course, I might just be an arrogant, egotistical, mentalist. You know, I'm open to that possibility. That's the difference between me and the tart. Is I'm open to all possibilities, and I never think I'm right because my opinion is always changing. Rather than this dogmatic, virtue signalling, egoic, like, I must be right, which you see so much in the left. In fact, every single one of them. And it's, you know, the awakening journey is, it's nothing actually to do with left and right, it's nothing to do with politics, it's way deeper than that. But just on that level, you know, it is from left to right, like you see people wake up and move that way. Because it's, you know, from insanity to common sense. Of course, if you continue to identify with politics at all, or believe in it in any way, in terms of what we're offered as politics, then you're still insane. There's many people on the right, MAGA people, for example, who actually believe that Donald Trump is going to save them, or people who think Farage is going to save England, like, and don't realise that they're just another puppet, who are still living in the insanity, but at least they've come out of the, like, egoic, virtue signalling, living in the minds of others insanity. Ultimately, people are so broken inside and have no knowledge of self, and therefore, what's the word, like, confidence in self. There's a way better way of putting that, but I'm too tired. But they live for the validation of others. You know, like you see it so much. That's what most relationships are, friendships, sexual relationships. You know, it's all about getting validation. Like, am I okay? Am I okay? Which is why you see so many people sticking to a left-wing point of view, because it's what the media tells them is acceptable. It's what the government tells them is acceptable. It's what society tells them is acceptable. They've never actually thought for themselves. They just are obsessed with validation and the attention of others and the approval of others. Whereas once you become self-actualized and individualized, like Carl Jung talks about, you don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, because you realise they're all fucking insane, brainwashed retards. The guy who speaks about it really well is Alan Watts. Yeah, Alan Watts and Carl Jung, I would highly recommend if these concepts are new to you. The guy who fought through the crowd to get his back, obviously, is still at the back. So really, he saved. I mean, we're pretty much clear now, so he could have waited till this point, gone and got his bag easily, and it would have, I don't know, added 30 seconds on maybe. But yes, I think it's time for me to get up too. We're clear. I hate this bit, so I've done a bit of research, like the local bus, and there's 3 areas that are basically where tourists go, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage it, or whether I'm going to have to get a taxi. It did say a taxi would only cost about $15. Gracias. But yeah, I hate this turning up to a new place and not really knowing what you're doing or where you're going or anything really, and basically it just leads to disaster. Anyway, I know I'm still inside the airport, but so far it's even fucking more freezing than Argentina. I guess that's no great shock when you've just flown over those massive snowy mountains. I think this is that form: use of scan the code and fill in the mandatory affidavit of agriculture and livestock. What the fuck? No, I ain't got a cow with me. So I've tried 5 times to download that form, and it's just saying the site can't be reached. So that's great. Here's 2 zombies in masks. It's amazing. I was seeing some comments about, oh, he's so rude to locals. I mean, I guess he means stuff like that, like what, just pointing out the obvious, pointing out the insane. People confuse being rude with being honest. Like, we're so not used, especially on the left, like just living in all these lies and worrying about offending people more than what's true, and that's why the world is going to shit, and we're just allowing insanity to manifest. Like, it's okay to be honest. It's like, yes, it might hurt someone's feelings. That's not. We've been so brainwashed with rude. It's like racism. Like, no, like, it's okay to want to live amongst your people in a civilized society. It's okay for your homeland, for you to want your homeland to remain European and not be under Sharia law by 2050. You know, like, it's not racist. It's not rude to be honest. You know, do we not want to live in an honest world? It doesn't even mean I'm right. I mean, obviously I am, but you know, even if I'm wrong, like, it's okay. It's still better for people to be honest. It's not working at all. It's still better for people to be honest, even if they're wrong, rather than not saying what they think and feel. Like, how are we ever going to get to the truth or the best way of living if everyone's too scared to speak? Who does that benefit? If there was a group of people wanting to introduce a one-world government and control the world, do you think it might benefit them? So I'm heading towards immigration without that form. So I mean, before I get in the queue, I'll say to them, like, is there a paper version? Just my internet isn't working. The free Wi-Fi that they offer. Obviously my SIM card isn't working because I can't possibly get a SIM card to work out here. Even though I've signed up to one of these eSIM things now, and it still doesn't bloody work. Oh my god, I'm so done with this place. But yeah, the free Wi-Fi that they offer isn't working, so I don't know what the fuck to do. I tell this woman, oh my god, is she going to speak English? I really don't know. I'll keep the camera on me because I don't like being filmed around these places. I can't get the Wi-Fi to...
Hay una fila preferencial al fondo, a la derecha. Fondo para allá.
I can't get the Wi-Fi to work to do that form. It won't load. I don't know if you have a paper version or... says it's connected. It says let's try again.
No, no pasa
No.
nada.
Now that got a bit. She was just like, no, I don't know, I don't speak English. Eventually, I mean, she was helpful at first, but then when she couldn't get it to work, so I got out Stephen's device and was like, is there a paper version I could fill in? And apparently there is. For how much longer will there be a paper version? Like this world where everyone needs a smartphone to exist, so it can be tracked. I need to just jump on a bus that says something like Centro and get off where it looks busy, and then go for a coffee, get Wi-Fi, which will hopefully work, and then look for a hotel. It's not a great plan, is it? It's, you know, no wonder I get so miserable in these places, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh gosh, there's some genes of the left. It's very natural to resonate towards politics of victims when you have genetic makeups like that. By victims, I mean the desire to be a victim. I don't mean like you're looking out for vulnerable people or anything like that, because actually what it ends up doing is protecting criminals and immigrants and the people causing all the problems, as we're very much seeing in the UK now, where if somebody comes into your home and you defend yourself, you're the one that gets arrested. Imagine this poor woman being in a relationship with a man that is so scared of life, is so demasculated that he's wearing a fucking mask. He's scared of the air, and she's like, well, that's ridiculous, clearly. Or doesn't see the need to do it herself, and then her man that's supposed to protect her does. Police investigations to Chile. That woman's on the naughty chair. Is that what happens when you don't feel you're forming? Good genes. I'm not sure if you can see, but cracking cheekbones, looks Russian to me, maybe German. I don't really know. It's an example of somebody with cracking genes. And again, it's like, it's just the truth. Like, it's not even like, for me, it's not even doing down, it's just like acknowledging. I mean, from my perspective, it's more about the age of the soul. Like, how many times has the soul been to this plane? How wise is the soul? Is the soul ready to maybe never come back to this plane? And when you see things on that level, and that's all very clear, like you can see these baby souls that are just not here to awaken, they're literally just here to experience, like, oh, sex, cocaine, drink, TV, you know. Totally in the external, and you can see there's no hope for them awakening in this lifetime. Like, it's just not what they're here for, and that's you know, and it's not. So there isn't really that judgment there. It's just an acknowledgement of where different souls are at and what they're here to learn, and that helps you to not get frustrated with them. And obviously, on a physical level, you know, we can determine differences too. You know, I hate it when they're like, "Which hotel are you staying at?" I'm like, how can I book a hotel before I know if it's, you know, my method is to get into the centre and then book a hotel that's close. So I just had to make one up. I just showed him the email of the last place I booked in. Not even the email, because I can't even load it, like literally the name of that one that was never open. Babel Studios in Argentina. Anyway, it got accepted. No, at first I was honest, I was like, I can't get the internet to load. I didn't say I haven't booked one, I was like, I can't get the internet to load. And he was like, I need the name of the hotel. I was like, oh, well, here's the name of the hotel. It's not in Chile, but it's a name. To get our bags checked and scanned again, even though we've just got off a plane where we didn't blow it up, and they already got checked and scanned on the other side. Makes zero sense, other than for conditioning and normalisation of being told what to do by authority. He said something about on the other side of immigration being able to get this paper form for this agriculture thing, but looks like it's just more poison. So I'm hoping that's not going to come up when I leave Chile. The poison Dior Chanel, look at me, I got me Chanel on. Does that give me approval? Will you validate me? Because I am wearing Chanel. Well, I've been watching that back. I do chuckle, but I'm also just like, oh, just watching the worst version of myself. But it's just what airports do to me. Like, I just can't stand them, and you know, infuriates me and irritates me so much, all the protocol and the non-stop bullshit, getting your bags scanned again when they've already been scanned, and forms and duty free and just people everywhere and bright lights and just everything that I can't stand. And obviously just travelling is very tiring, so I get very irritable. So I can see why people do like these aeroplane and airport videos, because it's definitely a funny version of me if you see it that way, or obviously a lot of people get triggered by it, but I think the people that like me and like this content find it funny. But it's definitely the worst of me. And bearing in mind this is I've lost count, like the 5th airport I've been through in a week or something daft. So I've just had enough. I'm just so done. I'm so done with airports, I'm so done with travelling, I'm so done with South America. Needless to say, Chile doesn't work out too well. It's nowhere near as horrendous as Buenos Aires. But I don't even really see it or allow myself to give it a chance. Like, as you can see from this episode, I'm done. I should never have flown on to Chile. Like, I should have accepted defeat in Buenos Aires and gone to Southeast Asia where I am now. But I didn't. I tried Chile. It doesn't go well. You'll see one episode of Chile because I'm there for 1 day, I think, maybe 2. But I only filmed for 1 day anyway. And oh man, yeah, I actually decided to spend, I think it's 18 hours in the airport because I'm still so scared that these gangs are looking for me and head fucked by that. But I actually felt safer in the airport. So that's a big part of the next episode, I think, or maybe the one after, probably the one after actually. Then I make a horrendous decision and fly to Barcelona, which is horrendous. But yeah, we're getting close to Southeast Asia now, which is a very different energy and a very different Tom, I think. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching to the end. Please do support the video, hype, like, all that stuff. Drop a comment, it really helps. If you really want to help, then there's Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon in the bottom. But honestly, just subscribing and liking and watching to the end and dropping a comment, that is, if everyone did that, I'd be flying. But obviously, that's never going to happen. But yeah, just support the channel however you can. Thank you very much.